Hey, what's up? Remember me? Stan the man? I'm truly excited for today's segment. And did you even realize my wall? I hope you did. For real. Today I'm going to start by doing something that is meaningful to me, and that is to show you the walls around my room because I want my viewers to get familiar with how my thought process continues to develop. The atmosphere I build here feeds me that inspiration that I need to keep envisioning, to keep dreaming without limitation, because I'm a man with a big imagination, so pay attention to the information. Bro, give me that. Hey, caught that? Fire.com, baby. Fire.com. Yep. On a serious note, it also allows me to stay spiritually open to life's experiences where I can share that wisdom, I can share that knowledge with you, I can share it with my family and the people around me. So, check it out. So there you go. That's my world. I like to surround myself by things that I love, things that love me back. This is my world. This is where everything happens. This is my hotel. Wait, on a side note, I'm not that boring. No, I've used the kitchen. Yes, I've used the table. I've used the sink. And yes, I've used the washing machine. Stop. So with that being said, it leads us to what we're going to talk about today. Mr. Ghost, can I get a drum roll?
Well, according to my calculations, today we're talking about trust. Is anybody aware? Yeah, sir, you have a comment? We haven't even started, stupid. Does anybody desire to be on the stupid list today? Huh? Thank you. We can start.
That is right, and we're going to focus on 3 components today. First one is to trust your ignorance. Second, trust yourself. And third of all, trust the process that is planned for you. Would you trust me? Now, how do you answer that question? Did you say you do trust me because I remind you of a brother or of a cousin, or I don't know, I resemble your friend, or do you trust me just simply because, I don't know, I'm handsome like that? Say you don't trust me because I remind you of a ex-boyfriend or a friend of yours who you just don't get along with. Or maybe because I look like a player. So we use bias that stems from what we already know. But what we already know doesn't necessarily mean that we should apply it in every situation. And that is our ignorance right there. We can be lazy when it comes to getting to know somebody deeply, or intentionally, or intellectually. And that right there can impair us from building better, stronger bonds. Granted, it's a tricky concept. I do believe in the expression, use your best judgment. But our judgment could be impaired. It could be intoxicated. It could be traumatized. It could be coming from insecurities or fears. And let's not devalue that we're all in different places at the moment. Some people have more trouble than others when it comes to trusting themselves and trusting others and so forth. That is a given. But it doesn't change the fact that it's a thing that needs to be constantly worked on. For example, myself. I have a history of coming across beautiful women in which I literally find myself doing stuff like this.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. You are so beautiful. Oh, man. You're so beautiful that you are unattractive. Wow.
But what you don't see is that in my head, I've already created that image. You can't trust her, you can't trust her, you can't trust her. But in reality, what I'm saying is, Stan, you don't trust yourself, you don't trust yourself. I don't trust myself handling the situation in which I'm in at the moment, or handling myself, getting to know this person in a deeper level. So you can see in that situation that my beliefs are so messed up within that it uses that ignorance to feed my ego, and it stops me from what it could be if I built with this person. Ever since I've identified that that could be one of my issues, I've been extremely mindful with those negative self-talk that comes and goes, or I've been mindful of my actions when I'm being dismissive of a situation that could potentially be beautiful. So what keeps me grounded is to simply just try. Like what it says back there, just try and see what happens. So you might be wondering, how can you connect this to communication? And I believe that the self-talk, the communication you have with yourself, is the most important weapon to our personal growth. What you say to yourself is more important than what anybody else has to say about you. And if you want to prove this, think of a time that somebody told you something terrible. You're ugly, you're fat, you smell bad. How did that make you feel? Do you see the impact that someone else's words had on your psychology, on your spirit, on your intrinsic self? Think about that. Now imagine yourself telling yourself that. At that point, you believe it. So what you say to yourself, you believe it. You literally start to believe it. And I think it's one of the most important pieces that we have to be aware of. So I like to keep in mind that the universe never knows when I'm playing around or when I'm being serious. So I have to be aware of how I speak to myself. That is why there is no question that for me, being aware of my ignorance, being aware of how I approach trust is vital information for my personal growth. And that is going to lead me to my third component, which is trust the process that is planned for you. If you are in a path to personal prosperity and you want to see your circle of friends and circle of family or circle of life, circle of influence become trustworthy for you, you need to align your actions with your visions. Once you get into that state of mind, everything else will start aligning itself. You'll stop overanalyzing yourself and becoming more mindful. And just for the record, I want to clarify, mindfulness and overanalyzation are not the same thing. Overanalyzation completely impairs you, can't move. Mindfulness is more, you stop and then move, because you're more clear about where you're headed. I mean, I don't know about you, but I want my future wife to look at me dead in my eye and tell me, damn, Stanley, you are so sexy when you talk like that. I am so happy that I met you. Come here, baby. So ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? To start trusting what your ignorance is telling you. What are you waiting for? To start trusting yourself when you're in situations that you don't understand, when you're in a situation that you feel and you know is not you. What are you waiting for to start trusting your process? The process that is only going to take you exactly where you see yourself. Trust it. There's people around you that are waiting for you to say the word to see you make that change so that they can change, because they probably don't know how to express it. They're waiting for you. You are the people. You are the leader that they're waiting for.
You are the leader that they're waiting for.
Not afraid to share my dreams with people I know have bad intentions. Not afraid to share my dreams with people trying to throw bombs at my destination. Cause my faith is bigger. Cause my faith is bigger. And I'm the bomb. Boom.